When you buy a Tesla Model 3, you justify purchasing it by saying, I'm going to save money on gas. And it's true, you will save money on gas. Tesla knows this though. They put this on their website when you calculate, the cost of buying the car. They'll kind of cook it in and try and, I don't want to say mislead you a little bit, but make you feel like the initial purchase price is going to be cheaper than it actually is. Now, Teslas are expensive, but the cost of ownership tends to be lower than a gas car. Now, overall, if you're going to get a nice gas car versus a nice electric car, yeah, it's going to be cheaper. But if you're going to drive a cheap gas car versus a nice electric car is still going to be more expensive. I have now driven my Tesla 447, rounded up to 450 miles. How much have I spent on electricity so far? I haven't charged at any superchargers. I have exclusively charged at home, and I want to go over how much I've paid, how much Tesla says that I've saved in gas money, and how much I've actually saved, because Tesla doesn't know exactly. So first things first, I charge at home, and I mostly charge at night, but the cost for electricity in my area is about 10 cents per kilowatt hour. If you go onto Tesla's website, I think it assumes 14 cents. From what I understand, 10 cents a kilowatt hour is relatively cheap. So I just am lucky I happen to live in an area where electricity is cheaper than average, which is good. I also live in an area where gas is cheaper than average. Tesla says that gas on average right now at the time of making this video is $4.09 per gallon. Where I live in Utah, it's actually around like $3.20 a gallon. And yes, I have another car that has gas in it. And gas and electric, they're better for different things. But anyways, gas and electricity are both cheaper than average where I live right now. It hasn't always been the case in Utah, but that's just what it happens to be right now. Tesla app tells me that I have spent about $12 on energy. That is pretty stinking good for 450 miles. 12 bucks. When you think about it, when I drive to work and back, that is around 100 miles. And I've calculated in the past that, when gas is cheap, like it is now, it's around $10 in gas to go there and back. And when it's expensive, it's usually around like $13 to $14 in gas. Well, for charging, electricity-wise, it's $3. So going from $10 to $13 to go to work and back now is $3. And obviously, I'm not doing this just for, the savings, the fuel savings. The Tesla experience is really nice when driving in traffic. Autopilot is incredible. I've made other videos about that, and I plan on making more videos showing you the features, but Autopilot is amazing in traffic, and I end up just feeling a lot more refreshed when I get home than having to stress about going bumper to bumper when traffic is bad. Anyways, Tesla says I've spent $12 so far on 447 miles of range. It says in the app that if I would have filled up with gas, I would have spent $47. So it estimates my gas savings as $35 so far in less than a month. Now, that being said, gas does not cost $4.09. So is it really $35? No, I've probably saved more like $28, but regardless, electricity is more efficient, and it is fun that Tesla tracks this, and they know this. They want you to feel good about your purchase, and I do, but this is just the current progress. 12 bucks, I've saved $35. I'm sure gas will get more expensive here, and the law of averages will, in the long run make more sense, but that's what I've saved so far.